Tales from the Table is a live play RPG podcast brought to you by a group of LGBT friends telling stories through the medium of tabletop role-playing games. It's probably the beginning of October now. What have y'all been doing between now and the last mystery?
Just focusing on the schoolwork, working part-time at Mama May's since Maggie got me that job. And yeah, that's about it for Carter.
Okay. Maggie, what have you been doing in the last couple weeks?
Mostly just the usual, trying to do, just life as regular. I went and visited my daughter a few more times at the college, made sure she was doing all right. I think it was mostly so I could get a sense of normalcy, but I pretended I was worried about her.
Okay.
Otherwise, other than my fun fact, which we will tell later, because I know what my fun fact is now.
Okay.
But other than that, it's life as usual.
Okay. And you guys both did improvements from your leveling up. Yours,
Yeah,
one of yours is...
The two improvements, because I leveled twice in the last adventure. The two improvements I took was the Mystic Library, which I decided would be Mama May's shop.
Which is why you're working part-time
Which is why I'm
right
working
now.
part-time there now. And then the other one, I took the Third Eye move from the Spellslinger playbook.
Okay. And that's probably because Gemery now knows that you're a dependable source of
I'm capable.
entertainment.
Yeah.
And so he's kind of helped you hone those skills a little bit more.
Because he's an asshole.
And now, Maggie, you took the banishment one, right?
Yes. So it's officially called Cast Out Evil,
Okay.
where I can banish an unnatural creature from my presence.
Okay.
Please don't use that on me.
Don't be a little shit.
You probably got that. You probably got that one from like going to church and stuff. And
I probably got it from having a giant slug monster bite me and not wanting to do that again.
okay. Randal, what did you get, and what have you been doing in the last couple weeks?
So my improvement, I got +1 to cool. So now I no longer have a -1. It is now a 0.
Okay. So what have you been doing in the last couple weeks? Like studying your John Wayne so that you can get more cool?
Basically, yeah. I've been
Watching old westerns.
watching old westerns. I've been touring the city of New Orleans, kind of getting the layout of the land. Going from street to street, getting my bearings. And then, fun fact, right before we begin the beginning of October, I also found employment at Mama May's.
We're all working at Mama May's?
Yep.
Yes, we are all working at Mama May's.
He's doing ghost tours. Have you guys all conversed about the parchment at all? Have you guys stayed in touch the last couple weeks on everything, or have you kind of just gone back to life as normal?
I feel like Maggie would catch everybody up on just what she discussed with the Lady Rose.
Okay.
And has expressed that while we should keep working with them, I do not trust them.
And
Okay.
I told Randy here, just about the vision. I held the paper out to him to see if he got the vision or not. I don't know.
To Randal?
Yeah.
Randal did not get a vision from it.
Okay.
I didn't think I would.
I did attest to Randall, though, that yes, it did happen. I've seen it myself.
It's just not me going crazy.
Yeah.
But I definitely, I'm keeping the parchment at home,
Okay.
like under my mattress kind of idea.
Okay.
All high school age boys hide under their mattress a cursed parchment and nothing else.
You're not wrong. Have any of you talked to anyone from the Agency of Unnatural Knowledge at all, or have you kind of just let them be in the dark for a minute, or what has been your relationship the last couple weeks with the Agency of Unnatural Knowledge and our friends at the Rose Spirit Tavern?
I've probably stopped in when going to the coffee shop or anything. I've stopped in, said hi, talked for a minute, but nothing delve deep or anything. I didn't ask him
Okay.
about like the next job.
All just superficial
Anything
sort of stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same with me. But I did go in and talk to Puck about finding employment, and he didn't have any leads, but I found the business card that Mama May left Carter. Pick that up.
Yeah, it fell out of your pocket when you were dying on the floor. Because that happened the day after the end of the last mystery.
Okay.
And I was kind of, Puck was curt with me because the bar was closed when I walked in.
And he was still annoyed from the night before, but
Good.
yeah.
I will say I have not like stopped in. I've kept my distance, but I did once bring them a tray of brownies.
Okay.
And I gave Albie another butterscotch.
How many does he have now?
Well, he better
Like
be
7.
eating them, so hopefully none.
Okay. We're about to begin the next mystery. Does anyone else besides Carter have a beginning of the mystery move?
Anybody does
I
would be
don't-
you, Randall.
Yeah,
I don't
I
have
don't
one.
think you
I
do.
specifically did not go with that option.
yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I didn't think you did. I just wanted to double check. So why don't you go ahead and roll for your
My
Premonition.
premonition. Should I remind people what the premonition is?
I don't think we do.
All right, here we go. Well, that's not good. Plus weird, that'll be a 6.
Okay.
So on a miss, you get a vision of something bad happening to you, and the keeper holds 3.
So you are in an old auto body shop. It's very dark. Pain shoots through you as you try to move. And looking down at where the source of the pain is from, you see 4 large gashes, and they're deep too in your torso. You're on the floor under some different mechanical objects, like the car parts and things like that. You can hear a snarl from some sort of beast, Maggie and Randall's voices in the background. And then you wake up.
Oh, Gemmery, you better not be messing with me again. Listen, I know you're mad at me for ignoring you a couple weeks ago. You gotta deal with that. Can't always talk. I hope it was just a dream. I'm gonna look at my phone, see if I've got any texts from anyone. You know, first thing in the morning routines of a teenager.
A teenager like you. Mm-hmm.
You probably have. You have one from the Raven and the coffee table, just kind of saying, "Hey, we're doing our big Halloween party this month. Feel free to stop by if you want to like perform anything, or if there's any art you want to show off or anything, just let us know." Other than that, not really much.
Okay. Well, okay, I'm just gonna get up and get ready for the day. What day of the week is it?
Is it a school night?
Is it a school day? Am I going to school today?
It's
Those are 2 separate questions.
I'm gonna say that it is the Friday before your
Before fall break.
before fall break. Yeah.
Okay. So then I'm getting up, getting ready for school, making sure that Jimmy's awake because he notoriously oversleeps.
Okay.
I just grab like an apple or something.
Okay.
And head out for school.
Randall.
I guess I'm getting up for the day. And I go downstairs and I try to find Jacqueline.
Okay. She is in the kitchen. She's making breakfast as usual. The entire mansion is decked out in Halloween decor. She loves the holidays of any sort.
From bats. I love Halloween.
All right.
So
I go over to the kitchen and say, "Good morning, Miss Jacqueline. How are you?"
good morning. I'm good. Just cooking up some grub to eat. How'd you
Awesome.
sleep?
Very well, thank you very much.
Man,
Good
there's
to
so
hear.
much sexual tension in this room right now.
Juicy.
I see you decorated for the upcoming holiday.
Oh, I just love me the holidays. Any one of them. Doesn't matter.
Well, very festive. I appreciate that.
Now, did you need something, sugar?
I'd just like to get some breakfast if that's all right by you.
She hands you a plate already prepared, and she gets back to her cooking.
Okay. I eat the breakfast.
Okay.
And
Roll to eat some breakfast.
And plus weird.
and then I just head out of the Sully Mansion.
Like a baby.
Okay. You, on your way out, you see a envelope on the front porch that is addressed to you.
Okay. I pick up the envelope.
Okay. It has a rose seal on the opposite end where the opening of the envelope is.
All right. I open the letter.
Okay. It says, Dear Randal, hope all has been well. Congratulations on the last mission. Well done, and we are all very grateful for your cooperation and expedient action. Pleasantries aside, a new threat has come to our attention, and it is important that we brief you on the situation. Please make your way to the Rose Spirit Tavern as soon as possible. More information upon arrival. Best regards, AUK.
So I put the letter in my pocket,
Okay.
probably just in like my shirt pocket, and then I head over to the Rose Spirit Tavern. I was just gonna like walk around town anyways.
Okay.
So yeah, I head over to the tavern.
Maggie.
Yep.
What does your day look like? Actually, I know what your day looks like. You,
Now, what time in the morning is it?
you've been up for a minute. You're probably eating breakfast at this point.
I'm not at work.
No.
Good.
And you hear a knock at the door.
I very briefly contemplate not answering. I don't. It's a little too early.
Okay.
I haven't had my tea yet, but I do begrudgingly go answer the door.
You open the door and it's Raoul, your son. He has a suitcase with him as well as his instrument case as well. And he says, Hi, Mama.
All right, I'll get the couch ready.
Sorry for the short notice.
What'd you do this time, Raoul?
Oh, I'm just playing in town, Mama.
I look at him skeptically. I was just one eyebrow raised.
Etienne is not too thrilled with me, no. He's also here on business, but he doesn't have time to visit, unfortunately.
And y'all were gonna call, write, send a telegraph to your poor old mother?
I thought I'd surprise you.
Well, all right. Well, you sit on down. Have you had breakfast yet? I still have some eggs.
No, I haven't.
I fix him up a plate.
Okay.
And I pull out my phone.
Okay.
And I call Etienne
Okay.
to gently scold him
Okay.
for one, not telling me he was going to be stateside.
Okay.
Two, not coming to see me the first thing he did when he came stateside.
Mhm.
And three, tell him I better see him on Sunday.
Okay. You call, but it actually goes to voicemail.
Okay, I'll leave that message.
Okay.
I didn't feel like we needed to role play out the conversation
Yeah.
regardless, so.
How you been, Mama?
Oh, I've been all right. A little sore. This autumn chill is really getting to my bones. How about yourself, Raoul? You still tell Mama how you've been.
Oh, I've been good. I've been getting from gig to gig. To be perfectly honest, Ma, I don't know if I'm gonna be going back to friends.
Well, that's your father's spirit for you. Never could settle down in one place. Had to damn near chain him to the wall some days.
He kind of smiles at you with that reminder of his father, and I hate to put you out like this, Ma.
Oh, now nonsense. You know, I'll put you to work, make you earn your keep. The couch, of course, is open for you as long as you need it. Just don't mind Methuselah. He gets a little rowdy. Make sure that Desdemona's light stays on. You remember Shaka. He ain't gonna be no trouble to you. He liked you.
He finishes his plate and goes, I won't be in too much. I do have quite a bit to do while I'm here. But I'll definitely be home for dinner on Sunday.
All right, well, just don't stay out too late. I'm not gonna put a curfew on you. You're a grown man. But just don't be coming in at all hours of the night waking your mama up. I give him a copy of the I give him one of the spare keys.
Okay.
I say, now Mama's gotta go off. Mama's got some business to do. So I just give him a kiss on the forehead and I hold him. I give him a hug. It is a longer hug. Like, despite me giving him a hard time, I do miss the boy. I am glad he's here. But I am still mad at him for not calling. Like, ever. At least Etienne calls at least once a week. He calls whenever. And I say, I'll be back home for dinner. If you're not home, I'll make you some leftovers. Keep them in the fridge for you.
He nods. And so you head out the door?
I do.
You also see a red envelope with the same seal on it.
All right, I open it. I read it.
Okay.
I
Same
sigh.
message.
I go pick up some essentials at like the store first, and then I go. Do not go right away.
Okay.
Rose Spirit Tavern might be my kind of employer, but they have not given me a schedule with set hours.
Mm-hmm.
I have things to do still.
Okay. Carter, we're going to fast forward a little bit to like the end of the school day a little bit.
Like 2:33-ish.
Yeah, we'll say that when you guys left, it was probably around noon-ish. So it probably was a little earlier for you, Maggie, just being that you were kind of finishing up breakfast and everything.
Yeah. I mean, I did. I feel like Mag is an early riser. I probably woke up early as well.
Yeah, so you were probably earlier than when Carter woke up, but so we're going to fast forward to the end of the school day, and Carter, you open your locker and the same envelope, not the exact same one, but a similar envelope falls out of your locker.
I pick it up, I look around, see if there's anyone trying to play a prank on me. I am still the new kid at school, so.
Jimmy comes up and says, "Hey, what's that?"
I don't know. Love letter, maybe? You want to read it with me?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna open it.
Okay, it's the same message as before.
Well, it looks like I've got some work to do. Maybe I don't.
I'll tell Ma you've got some
School
stuff.
project. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Thank you. You're always the best.
I know.
What would I do without you?
Probably die.
Probably. Almost did once.
Let's not talk about that. Anyway, you run along. I'll get Ma and Pa, catch them up to speed.
Okay. Perfect.
And he walks off.
Cool. I guess I'm gonna head towards the Raven and the writing. No,
The Raven on the coffee table.
That's the word I was looking for. Head
Okay.
there first. Pick up my usual coffee.
Okay.
Get it to go today, and head over to the Rose Spirit Tavern.
You walk into the Rose Spirit Tavern, and they're still closed at this point. They haven't opened They haven't officially opened. I mean, the door's not locked, but. So, you enter, and Robert Puckett kind of glances at y'all and is like, "Good, you're all here."
What's up, Puck?
He kind of glares at you for a second. Says, "Albie will take you back." And Albert comes down the head this way. Follow me. And he leads you into, now, usually, you hadn't noticed this area before, but there's a sort of like a hidden passageway over kind of by the stairs. So, and he takes you back there, and this room is a lot different than the outside, where everything was very much like this classy speakeasy. This is a little more industrial than you're used to seeing in this building. There's concrete walls, the pipes are exposed. You head down a narrow passageway into an open room with some monitors on it. There's also some sort of chamber, it looks like. It's kind of cylindrical and metal, and there's some light coming from it. Albie says, "Why don't you all take a seat? I am sorry for the late notice. We've heard some rumors around town that there's some unexplained violence and murders going around. We believe that it could be some sort of supernatural creature that is doing this, and it's very aggressive, it's very messy in its work, and it doesn't seem to be easily stopped."
Well,
Okay, wait. What makes you think it's supernatural? It could just be your garden variety serial killer.
Except for it's a little more like Jack the Ripper, where there's a lot of damage and a lot of carnage without a lot of evidence pointing to a specific person, as well as not many people have seen the actual creature. They've seen glimpses of and shapes within the darkness, but other than that, no. We do know that it only appears at night.
well, now wait. Hold on a minute. Have these murders been covered in the news? I know I'm not always the most up-to-date current man, but is it on the local news?
Yeah, have we heard any of the?
You've heard that there's an open investigation for a few murders, but Albie definitely makes it sound like there's a lot more to the story than what you've heard on the news.
Okay.
They've had minimal coverage, and they've been relatively vague to the media just because they don't quite know what's causing all of this.
Well, it's understandable. It is October, second biggest tourist season in our city.
You're correct, and that's why we're worried.
Now, dear Albie, would be happy to help, I'm sure, but investigating a murder is a little bit different than going down into some sewers and finding some goop monsters. Murders are purview of the police department. I don't rightly think we have much access inside of those channels now, do we?
I believe we could possibly find a way to get you credentials. We could definitely forge them electronically, but as far as physical copies of things, I don't quite have the influence around town as I would like to admit to.
Well, luckily we do look like a roving band of detectives in the NOPD, as it were. That was a joke, Albie. It's fine.
I don't know. I mean, I look the part at least.
Right.
Yeah, you with your...
Now we could... Do they still make
What?
Texas Rangers? Because I feel like we might have a lead on one of them.
I could potentially get a sort of profile on Randal, yes.
Now, this, I presume, is highly illegal. I know I come from Montana, and there's not many
No,
people
ain't no laws in Montana. Yeah, that's...
You drink a lot of claws in
But yeah,
Montana?
I'll get... You are far too young to be knowing about them. About
But,
them whited claws.
But if
I got a TikTok. I understand.
We had Zima back in my day.
Well, I presume this takes precedence over the law, if it's so supernatural.
I mean, the cops would probably just get hurt if they end up finding it.
Yeah, from my understanding, we are not operating on a level above the law, sort of just outside of it. So still illegal. But that's fine. I'm not worried about breaking the law. I'm worried about us getting into a crime scene with reasonable stories.
It's a good time to mention I might know someone that can help us.
How?
Let's just say
This is Maggie, by the way, not me.
in some of the of my own personal investigations, I've needed to get into places. And
Personal
You
investigations?
can say breaking and entering, that's fine.
no.
We've all done that.
But
Well, I don't know about Randall. I don't know if there's any properties to break into on Bill, Montana.
probably not.
There's a Dairy Queen. That's about it.
I can't remember the last time I saw a Dairy Queen. Is there one here?
Jacob.
Rollins.
There we go. Jacob
Rollins.
Yeah,
Head of crime.
I know a guy, and he might be able to get us some fake IDs and such.
No, I've got mine.
You're what?
My fake ID.
Why do you need a fake ID?
Well, not anymore.
You're ancient.
Albie just
That came out
steps
wrong.
away.
Albie?
He just steps backwards.
I'm sorry. What? I'm
Now that is not a way to talk to a lady.
Young Mr. Wu, I will allow that to slide this time. But just because I ain't your mama doesn't mean I'm not afraid to beat you.
Now, do you know where this Jacob Rolling?
Yeah. He's got his setup kind of just off of the market area.
Bourbon Street.
Yeah. Little hole in the wall shop. It's the cover. It's a ramen shop.
Okay, that's a good place to start.
Yeah, we could definitely head out over there. He might also have some leads on us. I know he keeps up with the all the crimes around here, making sure none of his work gets involved.
Now, before you go, I do have to mention that this creature, from all of our sources and little birds telling us what's what, we don't believe this creature is human.
Well, I would hope so, otherwise we wouldn't have been called in.
So, but we do know that it is very dangerous and a rather large creature.
I also want to keep in mind, I don't mention the stream I had at all.
Okay.
Because I don't think it's relevant.
So you head out?
Yeah.
Yeah. We head to this nondescript ramen shop off of Bourbon Street.
Yeah,
Okay.
and what, dear Carter, is the name of this shop?
Nondescript ramen shop.
Nondescript ramen shop.
Uh,
Looking at the map, I see it's the only one on the street.
All
there's
right.
there's just a sign that says ramen.
All right.
Yeah.
Very straightforward.
Sometimes
to
they
the
have a
point.
sandwich board, I suppose.
He doesn't want people to actually go in there.
Right.
Has he review bombed it with Yelp reviews?
Google review mostly.
All right.
I can see there's nothing higher than a 2-star here.
Now this person, I've also pulled up my phone and I'm also now looking at the Yelp reviews for it, and it does just say that that somebody got just a can of chicken noodle soup. It wasn't open.
What can you
This
say?
does not deem well, which I assume is the point, but
Was it Campbell's?
Progressive.
No.
it was a store brand. It was Kroger. I don't think we have Kroger's down here in Louisiana, which makes it even weirder that it was a Kroger brand. I could be wrong. I have I've not done grocery shopping in the state of New Orleans. In the state of New Orleans or the city of Louisiana.
Okay.
Well, so yeah, let's go over there. Check it out.
Oh, before we leave, Albie,
Mhm.
why is Puck so obsessed with that piece of paper, by the way?
We've been looking for that artifact for quite a while.
Okay, but what's its significance?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Cool.
Perhaps asking the lady herself or getting Puck, I guess, out of his shell a bit might help.
I would say that all the stern looks from that man would probably soften up a bit if we gave it back. But that's up to you.
Think about it.
He's an easy man to buy, by the way.
Why?
As long as you know what he likes. And then he grins.
Okay, I'm sure you know that, Albie. I'll be talking to you about that later.
Yeah, in the meantime, I guess we'll get going then.
I'll show you all out. And he brings you back to the front of the store. You've been in there maybe an hour.
Cool.
So where it was probably about 3 or 4, now it's about 5. They're getting ready to open.
We had to ramen shop.
Okay.
We
On
do,
your-
it might just be called ramen.
It might just be ramen.
Hey all, Mitchell, your DM and keeper here. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our Patreon at TFTT Podcasts on patreon.com. You could end up as a character in our campaign. We're also on Twitter at the same handle, TFTT Podcasts. You can also find us on Spotify, Google Play, and Podbean.
On your way through the city, you do see a few sort of police taped off areas. Mostly, they appear to be mostly alleyways.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one intersection, but you can't really tell if it's like a construction area or if it's an actual crime scene because there's not, all you can see is the tape. So, and you come across a little ramen shop on Bourbon Street. Now, there are quite a few people walking around. No one seems to really pay any mind to the sign that you see. It's very much ignored. You do see one couple contemplate it, and then they decide, better not.
They'll look it up on Yelp real quick.
Uh-huh.
I look across the street and see like a hoagie yogi.
Yeah.
They're like, let's go there instead.
No, it's probably abandoned, and they're like, "Nah, we're still gonna get better food than abandoned hoagie yogi."
And we walk in. And as soon as we walk in, I'm like, Jacob!
And you hear some shuffling in the back. But the room that you're in is very small. There's like 2 tables with chairs and like a counter to pay at, but that's it. And then there's a door to the back area. And all of a sudden, the door opens up and it's completely consumed by this very large white man who has not seen the light of day in probably months. And he says, "Carter,
Hey, just as pasty as you've always been. What's up?
not much. Just same old biz, same old biz."
Right. Hey, so I might be looking for some documents, some IDs.
Anything in particular besides that?
We need to impersonate investigators.
Oh, sweet, going undercover. Got it.
Yeah.
Now, my dear Carter, I don't mean to interject into your conversation, but I think only the one of us could pass as a proper investigator. I've done myself a little bit of milling on this thought. I could pass for a coroner.
I was thinking forensic intern. Me.
I was going to say, I've seen enough NCIS to know that anybody who has any sort of unnatural color in their hair is automatically working with dead people.
Yeah.
So,
You could also work in forensics.
true. Depends on how high up we want to impersonate. We want to go on county level, state level. I think national might be pushing a little too many boundaries. Like, I don't think we're gonna be FBI agents.
Oh no.
Some ramen falls off of Jacob's beard and just lands on his beer belly. He doesn't pay any attention to it at all.
Anyways, Jacob, these are my friends.
Oh, hi.
This is Maggie
I'm Magnolia Marie. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Jacob.
and Randal.
Nice to meet you.
You got any law credentials already?
Right, that's what I was saying. He looks like a Walker, Texas Ranger. Is what he looks like.
He's from Montana.
Inland, Montana. You know, next to the Dairy Queen.
The one Dairy Queen in Montana.
He was a rancher. He's not actually a cop.
Oh, good. Cool. Okay, he leads you back into a room that has a lot of computers. There's a lot of CPUs and like towers and everything that are all running. A lot of wires that have all been taped from the ceiling, on the floor, everything. The works. There is a 3D printer in one corner of the room, and he sits rather poorly in a chair that is much too small for him, and starts typing away. He said, "Got any particular names you want?"
You got a particular name you want, Maggie?
Well, I figure I'll probably just use the one that I used back in my troublemaking days. Let me just find that card here real quick. Just go on, dig through my
I think I'm gonna go with Theodore Sharp.
And I think I'm gonna go with Jackson Paul.
Jackson, Mississippi.
He kind of furiously types. Again, he gives you no warning, and
I'm expecting
basically, yeah, you're expecting it. So Carter, you, as if you actually move to the spot he like goes to move you to, which is in front of this white curtain, and he takes a picture. So you see the flash, and then he's right back at the computer. He hands you a card without looking at you, Carter. And then he does the same thing to you, and you're not really expecting it, but all of a sudden you're in front of this white curtain. There's a flash in your face, and then you've got a card sitting right where, like, basically being handed to you
All right.
in like a second.
I'm probably blinking.
Probably. It's dark in this room, so a big old flash, because the only source of light is the reflectance from the white curtain and the monitors.
All right. I slip the card into my wallet, my back pocket.
Okay.
Put mine around a lanyard around my neck.
I've decided my rabble-rousing name is going to be Jean Castle,
Jean Castle.
after Doris Jean Castle, who's one of the Freedom Riders. Maggie's very proud of her heritage,
Okay.
and I wanted to pay homage to that.
Castle. Remind me. What the name you went with?
Jackson Paul.
Jackson Paul.
Right.
And he does the same thing to you, Maggie. Although he hesitates before he moves you in front of the curtain, and then he just kind of gestures for you to step in front of this white curtain. So
Which
he can
I oblige and do so.
and same process. He hands you a card that has like all of your information.
I admire the craftsmanship.
It's well done. So it's believable, and if you're an official,
No, that's why I was like, I admire it. I assumed it was
okay.
the word.
I thought you were doing that as an action.
No.
Now, I will warn you that getting involved too much in the investigation or anything will cause people to look, and unless you got a backup or something, it's gonna probably cause you some trouble.
Actually, that's a question I got for you. Can you put us in on the back end too? Like, is there any way you can hack the systems and put us in?
Yeah, could you like email the chief of police? Say, hey, we had a similar situation happen in, and I will look at Randal for a second.
Baton Rouge.
I'm not like, it's not like an inquisitive look. Austin. We had a similar situation in Austin. And the higher ups are worried about it being a potential either copycat or serial killer who's moved. So they sent our team along.
He goes to the computer and he types in everything.
Everyone knows
It's like-
you can't fuck with the Texas Rangers.
He does not acknowledge that at all.
All
He
right,
just kind of
Jackson.
goes. He goes, "You're in the system.
Even just like, yeah, okay, all right, we can
Everything
make it.
they've got you. They're expecting you."
Perfect.
Magnifique. Who exactly was the email sent to?
This was sent to the chief of police.
Gotcha. And his name would be
Tyler.
Matheson.
Chief of Policey name.
And he basically reassures you that Matheson should have your the email saying that you're expected.
Fantastic.
So would you like me to give you a location of where they're at right now? I'm already hacked into the database.
I mean, we saw some roped off areas. Some, what is it, tape?
Yeah, we'll
Caution tape
start.
area?
We'll start there. I mostly just wanted to know who it was, so if somebody did catch us, we could throw them off the trail by saying, "Oh, Chief Matheson knows we're coming," sort of thing.
Okay. Good doing business with you.
Yeah, thanks so much.
What was this guy's name?
It was Jacob Rawlings.
Ah, that's right. Jacob, sweetheart, got a little something on your cheek, and on the other cheek,
He like sticks his
and in the
tongue out.
beard.
He still just tries
There's
to
some
get it with
on
his
your
tongue.
ear. I don't know how that happened.
Also, you might want to start selling at least some ramen before they try and close you down.
Yeah, I say this in the most polite way possible, but astonished that this edifice has not crumbled into dust at the slightest of inspection.
And also we
I
saw a Yelp review about a chicken noodle soup in a can.
Yeah, there was also one that mentioned that they brought their child here and a cockroach the size of a chihuahua just tried to carry it off, and they had to fend it off with a chair.
I'm gonna
I
have
don't-
to talk to Bobby.
I don't think that one's real, but if it is, maybe like set down some traps. Actually, if you see a cockroach the size of a chihuahua, you call us. That might be in our wheelhouse. I'm not entirely sure.
And with that, he shows you out.